If I can help one family out and prevent this from happening, that's why I'm here, because we have went through hell.
I'm ashamed. My children were so angry with me when they heard that this had happened because they knew that something was going on.
Generally, if it's a number you don't know, they're trying to scam you in some way. If you don't know the person in real life, you don't accept the request.
I would put it up there with the opioid epidemic, but people just don't know about it because it's not in the headlines.
West Virginia is a target-rich state. We do have an aging population. They want to pay attention to us. So the fact that we are a trusting state, an older state, we're going to get a lot of these type of scams here. The people who do this are very good at their job, and they know they can really attack the older people.
He had received something in the mail saying he had won the lottery. He was supposed to call a number, which he did, to find out about it. And we told him first thing, if you won the lottery, you won the lottery. You don't have to call anybody. And when he called him, that's when the brainwashing started. Within probably a few weeks from that, he said that he had talked to the people and he's supposed to get like $20 million. That's when he told us that he had to send them money first. And he had already sent them $15,000. They told him how to go to different banks and get loans. They told him how to get a card so that he could give them the number and they could use the card. I mean, he acted like they were his best friend.
You've got a victim who has had a substantial void in their life, and that void has now been filled. They don't want to let go of that.
These con artists, they build the confidence. But once they know that they've got you in that relationship, quote unquote, then they're able to manipulate you to do as they want.
In the process of him winning the lottery, someone had stole the money, and now they were getting an investigator, and they had to pay the investigator to find his money. Next thing we knew, he had spent more money. I'm thinking they just have him brainwashed. They know that the family's gonna find out, and they tell him what to tell us. Finally, he admitted, he said, I've done the wrong thing. You guys are right. This is a scam. And he said he wouldn't do it anymore. We changed his phone line like 3 times. And we were wondering, how are they still getting him? He called them. He was afraid at one time even that if he didn't send them the money, that something could happen.
If you don't do what I'm gonna say, but I say, I know where you live. I know what your house looks like.
They'll get on Google Earth and get a picture of the house where the victim's living in. They will tell them which Walmart to go to buy money orders. I mean, that's how good of research they do.
They realize the people are lonely. They realize that they're missing a human connection, and they're providing that human connection. Unfortunately, they're providing a human connection so they can steal your money. If it's a call from somebody you don't know, they're lying to you.
They come from a trusting generation where a handshake meant something, your word meant something.
They build this trust up, and they do it for a reason, because they make a lot of money doing this.
Usually they're pictures of attractive people, and which helps the victims in wanting to continue that relationship because they can't believe somebody like that's interested in them. And although most of the victims are female, there are men that also fall victim to this. I've seen men that are very educated, hold very responsible jobs, fall victim to this.
I'm divorced and I was vulnerable. I was sad, depressed. I wanted companionship. You hear that you be careful about dating sites. Well, that's where it began. It was a wonderfully written narrative about this person and his altruism, and his picture was absolutely stunning. And he was just so lovely, asking about me, showing interest in me and what I was all about. And he said, listen, we've been talking for almost a week. Let's get off this dating site and let them know that we've found each other. And then the first time he called me, he said, do you mind if I have an accent? And I said, oh, no, not at all. We talked, and no money was discussed at all. And he was just so charming. Now's where the first step comes for the money. The first thing was, he said that it was his birthday coming up, and I said, oh, maybe I can send you something. He said, oh, all the way to Ghana, that would be hard. He said, I would really like an iPhone. I said, well, okay. And I said, well, what do you need? He said, well, first of all, I have to hire a lawyer to help me through all the red tape. So that required some money. He said, whatever you do, I promise you, I will pay you back. I think I was hypnotized. I really believed him, and I had completely fallen for him, and I started sending money. Remortgaged my home, got into my retirement. My credit cards were to the max, and my son and my daughter, they said I was different. I was evasive. They said, he's a scammer. I said, oh, no, not this one, not this one. They're constantly at you. They're on your phone, and your life revolves around trying to find a way to get money here, money there. I finally said, I have no more money. You have depleted me of my funds. I was dead broke. And I just cried and cried and cried because I was ruined. I've never completely recovered from it. It's really sad.
The fact that, people's worked their entire lives, the money they're saving so that their children and grandchildren might be able to go to college, they worked their lives for, and that all of a sudden it basically disappears into some type of scam. It's just devastating. We try to be a proactive office. We are getting better at recognizing these schemes. There is times where we can stop it before the really bad stuff happens. If you get a call and something sounds just way too good to be true, it probably is.